and welcome you tune in to Buy Now Sell Now with me, Ankita Saxena, and with me is Kanishka Sarkar, and this is the show where we get all your stock related questions answered from our experts. You start sharing your questions, the buying price, the holding period and your stock query, and we'll get them answers. But before that, Kanishka, let's take a look at the market right now. Again, another day, another lackluster day where we actually gave up the gains from yesterday. 25,200 is what we managed to scale yesterday. At this point, we are off the day's lowest point, but hardly off the day's points on the Nifty. Almost an uptick of a minor 9 odd points from the day's lows, but we are below the 25,200 mark. In fact, we are very, very range bound yet again on BEL and Ambuja Cement. But let's get on board our next guest, Ajit Mishra, who's the SVP Research Relegate Broking, who's also joining us on the technicals. Hi Ajit, thank you so much for joining us. Ajit, then let me come to you for this question. This is a senior citizen again. There's no name. They're writing in. They want your advice on L&T. They have bought it at a buying price of 3,500. Should they be holding it? And they also have ITC Hotel at this current level. Can they add more of ITC hotels? What do you think, Ajit?
Hi, good morning. So first, if we talk about L&T, it's been almost 1.5 years now that the stock has been hovering in the range, and since he might be a long-term investor, so there's no point hurrying for the next directional move and all. I believe that the short term might remain range bound, means in the range of around 3,400 to 3,800, the stock might continue to hover. If his view is long term, definitely he can add more at current levels or wait for a breakout above 3,800 mark. In that case, we will see the fresh momentum in L&T. The next target area could be close to around the record high zone first, and then probably around 4,200 mark. So definitely he should stay put in L&T. For ITC Hotels, of late we were seeing that stock was making a record highs. It's a recent listing. Still, it's holding its ground with marginal retracement after this recent swing. For fresh buying or adding to his existing position, level close to around 230 to 25 is a good area. So not at the current levels, but in case if the stock witnesses any dip around 5 to 7% from the current area, definitely he can consider.
All right, so that's the view on ITC Hotels and L&T. But on that note, we'll take a very short break. Be right back with more of your queries to be answered by our experts on the Hero MotoCorp. But Ajit, the next question coming for you. Now, this is Deepa writing from Bangalore. She wants to know whether CDSL is good to enter at the current levels. What is your view?
Also we are seeing a bit of a profit taking, means after retesting its previous swing high around 1,800 mark, we are seeing gradual drift. Currently the stock is hovering around short-term averages. So it seems like kind of a base formation, but for the confirmation we need a close above 1,750 mark. So if the view is short-term, definitely one should wait and let the stock decisively reclaim that mark. Or in case if we see further corrections or less, maybe closer to around 1,600 mark is something that she can consider to going from. So at current levels, one should wait for a decisive break above 750 or a dip towards 1,600 mark for fresh long positions.
From CDSL to the next counter. Now, we've already spoken about ITC Hotels. But this one's from DJ Rao, who's writing in from Hyderabad. He wants to know the levels to re-enter. So he's already bought at a buying price of 169. He's made profit at 255. He wants to re-enter the counter. Firstly, Ajit, do you suggest re-entering the counter? And what are the levels that he could perhaps re-enter?
Right. So like what we've shared earlier, that the stock has already moved up very sharply of late, and after making this recent high, we are seeing gradual drift. It's likely to consolidate a bit after this strong directional move. So maybe closer to around 235 could be the area where one can consider adding first tranche and rest around 225 area. So within this range of 225 to 235, we can accumulate fresh.
All right, so that's the view on ITC Hotels. But moving on to Aarti Industries then. Sharmila, this question is for you. So this viewer, PVA, moving on to, the healthcare pack. Ajit, this question is for you. This is Sandeep writing from Hyderabad. He's bought 30 shares of Max Healthcare at a price of 1,281 rupees. He wants to know the target for the next 3 and 6 months. Can you help us with that?
So, in fact, the healthcare as a basket has been doing exceptionally well in the last 3-4 months. We are seeing almost all these stocks, be it Apollo, Astra, DN, Narayan Hrudayalaya, Max Health, all these stocks are either trading at their 52 weeks high or inching towards the same. So after this recent surge in Max Healthcare, we have seen a marginal drift, and still the tone is positive. So yes, he can continue to hold his position. We believe that from the 3 to 6 months of time horizon, probably close around 1450 to 1500 is something that the stock might test. So with stock at 1175 on the closing basis, he can definitely stay put.
All right, before we get going with all the other questions then, let's take a look at the earnings corner. Nestle India has posted its number. It is flashing. Keep tuned into Buy Now Sell Now, where we're getting all your stock-specific queries answered. Let's go to a guest then. And before we get started with all the questions, I want to come to you, Ajit, on Nestle's numbers that have just come out. We heard Gaurang speak about Nestle on the fundamentals, but on the charts, how does Nestle look like to you? In fact, now it's seeing a downtick of almost 4% in trade, a sharp knock coming in after the numbers. On the charts, what do you see for Nestle?
Right, so it's we were seeing that gradual recovery for almost 2-3 months now, and it's reflecting across the FMCG basket. But the single-day decline has engulfed the gain of almost 2 months now, and the stock is back to its major averages. So in case if the view is short-term and somebody is holding long positions, 2300 should be the strict stop loss, because that was the swing low that the stock has recently made, and that is below the major averages also. So in case if it reaches that mark, then probably we are heading for further decline towards 2200 levels or maybe lower. In case if we see any bounce in the current area, then probably around 2400, 2420 is something the stock might witness hurdle. So on that area also one should look to liquidate their position, because it's likely to remain in the range and slightly on the negative bias.
All right, so those are the levels to track for Nestle India. The stock has been trading about 4.5% lower ever since we got the results just a while back. Now, getting back to all the queries, Ajit, this query is for you. This is Pratiksha writing from Muscat. She's been holding Info Edge shares with a profit of 25%. She hasn't given us her holding price, but she's been holding profits of 25%. She wants to know whether she can continue holding for another 6 months, or should she exit at this juncture, and if she should, if you could suggest another pick to enter.
If she has bought it with some return expectation in mind, she can definitely consider booking some partial profit around the current area. But overall, if you see Info Edge Naukri, it's been holding strong. Means in fact, the stock has already witnessed a decent correction of late, and now we are seeing the recovery phase. And probably this recovery can further strengthen once we cross 1560, 1570 area. So she can definitely book at least partial profit around the current levels and wait for a breakout above 1560 for a newer high. Maybe around 1800 mark is something that she can consider booking complete. When it comes to switching to some other counters, we feel Fortis Healthcare, wherein we are seeing consistency in the trend. Apollo Hospital, also from the healthcare space. Then Ipca Lab, wherein we are seeing fresh breakout from the pharma space. There are some of these stocks that she can consider.
All right. Moving on then to the next question that's coming in by Mahesh, who's a senior citizen who's writing in from Delhi. He says he has 500 shares of AB Capital. He's bought it at the buying.
All right, thanks Sharmila for that view. On that note, we'll let you go. And also, it's time to take a very short break on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. We'll be right back with more on the other side.